'cause I one foot in front of the other. This is why I keep.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting episode of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and I have the best co-host in the whole wide world with me tonight. Let me bring in my longtime co-host, Shaw. Shaw, what's up, bro?
How you doing, man? What's up?
Doing good. Can't complain. Thank you for everybody for having us in your living room this week. I want to say thank you to all the fans over Geek News Now, Pinfall Stream, William Morgan Media, my personal Facebook page, the Geek Gauntlet page, and William Morgan Media on Facebook. I want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and bring you up to speed with all the show reviews and news.
Yes,
all right.
so yeah.
All right, Shaw, you are the captain of the topics and news train. Go ahead and get us started.
Yes, sir. First up, let's go over the shows one by one. First, we got Legends of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
Let's see if I remember correctly. This was the Astra episode of her trying to live. Stuff happens. John isn't really helping. She doesn't really know how to live in the real world. They have this neighbor who's kind of an asshole. Through it, though, she finds a painting that has Felix Faust in it, and he starts teaching her magic. He swaps bodies with Constantine, so Constantine is stuck in the painting. We then get this whole Disney thing where they become a cartoon for a few minutes. You know, the legends are all objects because spell that she pulled off, and then in order to fix everything, take away the magic, whatever, she had to sing some sort of song, whatever. She did, and it seems after that worked and put Felix back in the painting, it also took John's magic, so now he has to learn it little by little again. So we'll see how that's going to work out moving forward. We also meet the guy who is in charge of who captured Sarah. He's some sort of a clone type of person, he makes clones, whatever. He made the Ava clones, and he wants to restart humanity using alien DNA or whatever to create monstrosities or whatever. Well, it's kind of weird, but okay. He wants Sarah not just for her DNA, but he wants her to teach them how to survive. So, okay, there may be more to come. We'll see. It turns out that the ship that crash land had extra DNA samples, so he didn't need the actual alien, so he got the DNA samples now. And yeah, we'll see what happens next episode. If you saw it, what'd you think, buddy?
First of all, I went back, watched the first and second episode, and I haven't really been into this show since that second episode. It's just lost a lot to me. I'm not saying I'm refusing to watch it or putting it or being on strike with it or anything like that, but it just isn't appealing to me because I don't like the way the story writing's been going. I don't like the stories overall. There's a lot of stuff that's been rehashed and stuff that we've seen before, and I just think it's not as good as when it started. I think the first season of Legends is where it hit the mark for me, but since that point, it's done nothing but gone all the way downhill. So, oh man, yeah. So I haven't watched it since then. But are you enjoying it this season?
I mean, it's definitely not as good as it could be. I mean, there are good moments, definitely, with the characters and stuff. But yeah, all in all, story wise and tone wise, I do agree with you there.
It's like they're just. Right, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna highlight that. That's a good point. Yeah. Particularly Captain Cold. But it's like the writers are just doing it because it's there.
Yeah.
You know, they don't write it out of enjoyment. They write it due to obligation. And I don't like that at all about Legends. I really don't. I say how sorry Batwoman is and its writing, but Legends to me is far more of a disappointment because Legends could have been great, whereas Batwoman was never going to be great. It was never going to be in that realm of great. At the best Batwoman can hope for is a good. So,
yeah. Speaking of Batwoman, this week We got let's see, what happened this week? This week was
Well, first of all, let me break down the story because I did watch Batwoman. First off, Lucius in the last episode was shot. We got somewhat of a little break, but then he comes in with Lucas recovering or trying to recover from his gunshot. Now, and also dealing with a racist cop.
Yeah.
And you have to take that situation a little delicate, I think. Which they tried to do. I don't know if they overall did a good job, but they tried to do that. But basically, Lucius ended up recovering from his gunshot by the plant that Mary found that had in her lab, and then they had to go over to the island to get. Once they got that plant back, they injected it into Luke, and once they did that, that started the recovery process. So, but the funny thing about it, and I think Lucius is the key. When he was just out, Bruce came into his dream or his dream realm, dream state, and said you have to make a choice. You either stay with your father. If you stay with your dad, you're good as dead, or you make a choice to come back. This Joker chose to die. What does that tell you? You choose to die rather than come back to the show. You choose to die. So coming back to Batwoman is a fate worse than death. I mean, I'm just saying, look at it. It's true. It's true. But the one good thing, and I sort of kind of pitched it a little bit earlier in the week, the one good thing that's going to come out from all this, and I'll sort of kind of show the pitch now, is the fact that we're getting that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it finally, Luke will no longer be a simp. Finally, he will no longer be he will grow a set. Tell these women where to go. Look, before you see, this gives you hope that Lucas mans up. If you look at this right now, he's no more than a glorified yes man.
True.
That's all he is. But now you see this, and from what I understand, I was talking to some people who are sort of kind of involved with Batwoman a little bit, and from what I understand, John Diggle takes him down this route. So we finally get this. Hopefully he'll grow a pair, tell these girls where to go, and be a good Batwing. We got another picture of it right here as well. Let me take this one down. That's another Batwing right there. And my only issue is this. If you could have done this season 1, and I get it, it was based on Ruby Rose. I get it, but if you would have done this season 1, then maybe the interest would have been there to carry this show through. Maybe it would have been there to carry this show through. It looked really cool. It really looks cool. I just want the character to grow set, stop being a hired help, and tell these women where to go. Be a man. Be a man, which is something on this show is a bad thing. But the other thing that that also transpired was the fact that the Crows shut down. He shut the Crows down. Sophie says, better late than never. So first of all, Sophie, shut up. Just shut up. Nobody asked your opinion. Nobody asked to hear where you were coming from. That's a good point too. They should have done a Bat Family thing instead of just Batwoman. That's a good point too.
Yeah,
that's a good point too. That if you would have brought Batman into this, Robin, Nightwing, Batwoman, man, this would have been and maybe with a different writing crew, this could have been the show of forever. But he shut down the Crows. Now Gotham PD is also going to have to step up when it wouldn't stepped up at all. And yes, you would have got back. Yes, you would have got Batgirl as well. Yes, that is true. That is true. Now Gotham PD's got to step up. And as Jacob was going to his car, Beth was in the car already telling him that Kate is alive. So again, where did this show end up going? Where does it end up going? And it pisses me off. You see Batwings there, and you still go back to Kate Kane.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Really? Really? We're going back to Kate Kane after the promise we're going to get Batwing. Spoiler might make an appearance because Stephanie Brown's there. We got a lot of promise. And amongst all this promise, a way to be happy about watching Batman, some type of excitement. Where does this show go? Back to Kate Kane. This is stupid. This is ridiculous. And this is why this show, hey, Punisher, what's going on? And this is why the show has got to go. It's got to go because we have all this promise, but yet still you got to bring in someone who's soon passed away, is back, and you know she's not going to be Batwoman again. Because if that's the case, why make Ryan Batwoman in the first place?
True.
So again, you back to Kate Kane. You back at square one, and I don't understand it. If somebody can explain it to me, hit me up in the comments or whatever form of media you're watching this on. Let me know. Let me know why is this show always going back to Kate Kane when it shouldn't. Continue with Ryan, bring spoiler in, do some different things. The thing with Beth and her lover is even a better storyline than bringing Kate back. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
this show baffles the mind, and still, Beth is still the best character in this show. I like Ryan too, but Beth is still the best character in this show. And if someone says she isn't, go back and watch the show and tell me different.
Yep.
Vivica Leslie's doing a great job as Batwoman. I'm not taking anything away from her, but she's pigeonholed into bad writing. And another rumor about this show I keep hearing is Sophie and Ryan are supposed to be getting together. That's interesting because how long has Ryan hated Sophie?
Yeah.
How long has Ryan hated Sophie? It makes no sense to what you're doing. No sense. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I'm sorry about my soliloquy. I just get passionate about this show because it's so stupid, and the writing could be tons better. Just from the part of when Lucius was in the hospital, and when they were trying to give him the cure from the plant, Batwoman couldn't give it, so they had to bring in it Lung Spider. Or Wolf Spider, I'm sorry. Had to bring him in to give the injection of the plant to Lucas. That was stupid. It should have been Batwoman.
Yeah. And I mean, also, they wouldn't have the authority to do that, to just stand guard like that.
Right.
And also, you told me Mary doesn't have a doctor that trusts her enough to go and do it?
Exactly. Yeah. It makes no sense, man. This show... yeah.
And
Finish it.
Cover Up has a lot of holes in it, too. Like, they just happen to have the gun on them. And
Yep.
what about when forensics searches? You know, there wouldn't be the prints,
right?
No gun residue on his hands.
Right.
Also, it takes a very long time to Photoshop a picture, let alone a video. Yep. So, and we're talking a couple of hours only, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Chris, man. Yeah, it just hurts, man. It just hurts to see something that is giving us promise go back to the main to go back to this main issue, which is Kate Kane. Oh, that just makes me upset. But anyway, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll get back to the show rundowns and the news right after this. Please stay with us.
Pulls up like we do. No one does us like we do. Always go hard with this crew. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. Nothing's gonna stop us, it's not to get rough. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, 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 let's go. Gonna go and take it over. You call us King Kong. Here we come, running through the door. Don't wait long, don't blink.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Geek Gauntlet podcast. That first commercial you saw was for the sports report that airs right here on Pinfall Streams every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Join myself, Tony C, and 7 as we bring you the best news in professional sports. We also go over everything that happens in the news and events, get you caught up on all the games as well. So definitely check us out on the sports report every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then the second commercial that you saw was for the Double XP podcast. Join my girls Kay and Punisher to bring you the latest in video game news and events. And that happens on every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely join those ladies over there right here on Pinfall Streams for the Double XP podcast. All right, let me go ahead and bring Shaw back in. All right, Shaw, go ahead and continue, my friend.
Yes. So now let's talk about Flash episode Goodbye Vibrations. That's right. Saying goodbye to Cisco Ramon, aka Vibe, aka Mecha Vibe. So we had all right. So the bad guy of the day was Rainbow Raider Mark II, who not necessarily bad, just wanted to give steal money, give the people whatever, but doing it in a way that could have caused harm. So that'll take care of that. Meanwhile, Cisco and Camilla tell everybody that they're leaving. And everybody tries to act all cool and calm, which, leads to a misunderstanding of Cisco thinking they don't care. But, of course, we get some good moments here and there. Cisco passes the torch to Chester. The Rainbow Raider chick uses some sort of happy thingy to make both Cisco and Barry happy. So we got a nice little moment right there. Finally, they say, oh, yeah, we do care. Of course we care, blah, blah, blah. And we got nice moments. We get Cisco, Joe, Barry, and Caitlin hanging out, doing some karaoke. Cisco gives them a shirt each. So, that's a nice thing right there. And yeah, it was a nice episode, a nice goodbye. Definitely, we had a nice montage of his past stuff. It's unfortunate to see him go. He will be back for the finale, though. Apparently,
Yes.
he'll be back. So
Yes.
So at least we'll see him one more time. At least. In the end, we see Cecile who something's happening with, that she sees in the mirror some sort of mask type thing, and she's like
a mask or a helmet of some sort.
Exactly. She said, "Oh, I'll find you." Now, whether she's being controlled right now, or because we know in the next episode she's going to be trapped in some sort of mindscape along with Barry. So whether she's still out right now, or that's not her, and that's whatever this thing is, we'll see. I'm hoping that that's not the big bad moving forward. That that's just for this one episode, hopefully. But we'll see. What do you think, good sir?
This show hasn't been the same since season 3.
True.
It hasn't been the same. It's like all the CW shows are starting to go downhill. Where is Stargirl and Young Justice when you need them? I swear, man.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. Seeing Barry breakdance was funny. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah.
But for someone to steal as much as this person stole, and to, in effect, get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it was a slap on the wrist, definitely.
When it's anybody else, they going to jail. But when this chick does this,
yeah,
there's no punishment. She does her probation. What, in the mayor's office, they said?
Yeah.
Get out of here with that, man. If it was anybody else, any other bad guy, that person is going to jail. Yeah. They're going to jail.
And let's be honest here. Most of the villains for the first couple seasons were doing bad things for the right reasons, So it does kind of fit the same thing there, but yet,
I mean, like I said, this show, I don't know, man. I'm gonna miss Cisco.
Yeah,
I already miss Wells. I mean, Cisco and Wells, they pretty much brought you up with those two characters. It wasn't just Barry. It was the whole team that brought you into the episodes. And it's like now 2 of those major players are gone. And it's like, okay, I'm not an Irish fan. Some people might watch for Iris. I'm not an Irish fan. I've already told people that. Candice Patton is a brilliant actress, but I just don't like the character. Where are you going to go now? You're going to have to start bringing in Joe and Cecile. You're going to have to start doing some other stuff with Caitlin in order to keep the show interesting. And I just don't know, man. Like I said, this show hasn't been the same since season 3. I don't know what they're going to do to start making the show interesting, to bring people back to it. Because when Arrow shut down, you thought this would be the show to take that place.
Yeah, very true.
And so far, it hasn't been that show. It hasn't been that show at all. So, again, they got some rework to do. We'll see Cisco in the final episode. Impulse is on his way, so maybe that might be the driving force to bring people back to the Flash. But overall, like I say, it's been a very lackluster season so far. Very lackluster.
Yeah.
And hopefully, Impulse brings it back. JC Quick brings it back. We saw her in those set photos. So hopefully that happens. That's a good question too. I mean, because technically with all the speedsters out there, Barry doesn't have to be there. With Caitlin either, to a certain degree. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. What else we got in the news, man?
Speaking of...
Forgive my rambling, y'all.
Speaking of characters coming back, apparently, let's see if I get his name right, Rick Cosinetz, the actor who played Eddie Thawne, has apparently said that he's definitely going to be returning to The Flash.
That's what's up.
And he hopes that it'll be as Cobalt Blue.
That's what's up. Good.
Yeah, that would be pretty damn cool to happen. All right, next up, time to talk about Superman and Lois. We got a pretty big episode that happened. So, dealing with some stuff with the kids, with Lana's daughter, whatever, all that, and her stage fright. We find out her father is acting weird.
Yep.
Along with some of the other people that were in Lana's group, or whatever that is. We then find out towards the end they're all possessed by the Kryptonian souls, but they was asleep for the time being, and now they woke up. They go and attack Lois because she was close to discovering stuff. Let's see. General Lane happens to save them at first, and then Jonathan gets some weapons that he had put away, and finally Superman shows up, but they disappear. In the end of the episode, Morgan Edge contacts Superman. They meet in some sort of ravine or somewhere. Maybe it was Grand Canyon or something. And he reveals that Morgan Edge is actually a Kryptonian. Not just one of the souls, but he landed here at the same time that Clark did. He's Clark's brother. Well, Kal-El's brother. Now, to my understanding, there's at least 2 brothers that in the comics. So we'll see. I mean, maybe he was lying. Maybe he does. He does look more like General Zod, but he's not Zod because we've seen that already.
Yep.
But I mean, we'll see, buddy. What do you think?
So far, I like Superman and Lois as a show. I said it before. It shows Superman, despite all his powers, despite all the stuff that he can do, it shows he had issues just like you and me, and that's good to establish a human element. But I know it's not Zod, but whoever this dude is, they're gonna fight, and I want to see that fight because you don't know if Superman has fully recovered from that experimental gas that happened to him last episode. You don't know if he fully recovered from that. I hope he is, but you don't know if he recovered from that or not. So I'm liking where this show is going right now. It's keeping everybody active in terms of giving them some type of backstory. They're just not hanging around. The super kids, Clark's 2 kids, they are heavily involved in their own storyline. I like that. So is Lois, she's involved in her storyline. Even Lana and her husband are involved in the storyline. So they're keeping everybody active versus just sitting around on the sidelines. And I love it because it gives you that much more material to watch and enjoy. So I'm liking the show a lot. Let's see what happens in this fight coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Next up, let's talk about Star Wars The Bad Batch real quick. The group meets Rex. He was the stormtrooper that was the lead of Anakin's group. He was cool. He doesn't have the chip in him. He takes them to go get the chips out of them because since they still have it in them, it could take control of them. And we find out it does take control of the heavy dude. He starts trying to kill everybody. They manage to stop him, take the thing out. Boom, everything's good. They leave, but then the scavengers on that planet that they were on, that they got the things out of, see them and contact the Empire. So we'll see what happens moving forward with that.
Yep.
Speaking of Disney Plus shows, let's move on to Loki.
Oh, yeah.
Or should we say the beginning of the multiverse storyline of more MCU. So he shows up with the Time Variant Authority. We see some cool stuff here and there. We find out that the Infinity Stones matter not in there. Like they have like a whole drawer full of them. Loki is shown his past, and they have some real like mental stuff, trying to see who he is really. And after seeing a lot of stuff, he tries to help them with whatever they're doing. Turns out they have this really big villain doing some stuff, which is himself, likely a alternate version of him. Now, even though they mentioned that the multiverse was brought into one verse, I think that there's still a multiverse that exists, that there's still other timelines, because we know that they made one already, so at least one.
Right.
Yeah. So,
agreed.
So it looks pretty good. What do you think, sir?
I like the show. The show, again, the human element is something that always fascinates me about these godlike characters, and you saw that with Loki.
Yeah,
you saw that about him. Plus, I think it's funny too that the most powerful weapons in the world, or the most powerful weapons in the Marvel universe, are inherently useless. Because don't forget the Tesseract is there too, and the thing is useless. It's useless. The Infinity Stones are useless, and that just cracks me up. And then anything you have Owen Wilson in, you know it's gonna be good, man.
Yep, most definitely.
You know it's gonna be good. So the show is great. I can't wait to see the rest of these episodes. Should be good, man. Should be good.
All right, let's move on to the news.
Okay.
First up, Stan Lee apparently is getting a street named after him in the Bronx.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be code name, so it'll be like him and someone else apparently.
Right.
So that's what's saying. Let's see. Natalie Portman just turned 40.
Yes.
Looks pretty good for 40.
Hmm?
Looks pretty good for 40. Let's see.
Hold on. We got a comment here.
Okay.
They are preventing it or another multiverse war, which they will fail. Loki starts a multiverse war, Multiverse of Madness, which is the next show.
Yeah, well, we know some multiverse stuff is going to be happening. I mean, we got Spider-Man, we got
Yep.
yeah, we know definitely stuff is coming. So yeah,
Isn't Doctor Strange should be here before Spider-Man, right?
I
I want to say yeah.
I'm not sure. I know
I gotta look that up.
Spider-Man in December. I know that.
I gotta look that up because that might not be right.
I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Because I know that's the next show past Loki. I just don't know when it. I just don't know when it airs. Gotta look that up.
Yeah. Right. All right. Next up, we have our first look at Jason Ackles in costume as Soldier Boy for The Boys season 3. Got some pics of that.
I'm guessing here, but I am imagining.
Yep. Yep.
You look like he look like a rejected G.I. Joe figure. Come on, man. You can't do better than Oh my gosh. Look at that shield. Bro. Come on, man. Ain't bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think his character's supposed to be like a Captain America type, I think.
Hopefully his character, yeah. It look like he looks to be like a hopefully. Okay. Doctor Strange is March 2022. Okay, so
Okay.
Spider-Man to be here before. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
most
cool, cool, cool.
definitely, yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling that outfit. I just wasn't feeling. Look at the shield.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, I still haven't gotten around to seeing The Boys yet, though.
You haven't seen The Boys yet?
Not yet.
Boys,
Like I started the first episode, but then I got sidetracked. But I'll get around to it.
Boys are awesome.
Yeah.
Boys are awesome. It's a little bit. It's a little bit on the gruesome side, but I think you really, really like it.
Yeah.
I think you really, really would like it.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got some casting news for the She-Hulk show. We got Jamel of of the Good Place fame. We'll be playing Titania in the Disney Plus show for She-Hulk. You got a picture of that? Yep. She's very tall, so she could probably pull it off.
Yeah, she probably could pull off Titania.
Yeah.
But you only see Titania get really one good run as a character outside the comics, and that was Hulk in the Agent of Smash.
Mm-hmm.
You really didn't see her. It's gratuitous, but that's part of the style. Yeah. You gotta watch The Boys, man. If you get a chance, man, you will love it. You will love it. The only character you might sort of kind of hate is Stormfront, but other than that, man, it show's good. But yeah, I'm gonna like to watch. I'm gonna definitely get into She-Hulk. That's the show I'm watching for sure.
Yeah.
Most of her comic book runs were very, very good, and to see her on the big screen is kind of exciting. So yeah, definitely gonna be watching She-Hulk.
I wonder if they're going to be bringing the fourth wall, because she was the first character to break the fourth wall in the comics.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope so. If you can do it for Deadpool, you can do it for her.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Give me a moment. Let's see.
We already showed that Cameron Johnson suits up as Batwing. We already showed that. We also showed Soldier Boy. We already talked about She-Hulk. Tenchi Harada has been cast as Namor and Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and we have that pick up.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm cool with the cast thing. I can't wait to see it. I hope that this movie comes out at the same time as Aquaman.
Oh,
yeah,
because you see, in Aquaman, I'm supposed to be Black Manta, and I'm supposed to be Black Manta in the sequel. So I need y'all to get behind me on that. I need y'all to hire Will Morgan as Black Manta. I need y'all to follow behind me on that. Definitely get behind me. Yes, I need that role. I need that role. No, I'm a light skin, but I can pull off Black Manta. But yeah, I'm excited to see Namor on the big screen. Really excited to see that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
particularly the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, and this marks the first mutant in the MCU because Submariner is actually a mutant.
He is.
Yeah, because his people are actually blue skinned.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Yep.
The only one that has the wings on his feet too.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is the title for the sequel pick.
Yes, sir.
We have that as well.
Yeah, new title for the movie, Aquaman the Lost Kingdom.
I'm still upset Amber Heard still keeps her role, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's beyond my control.
Yeah. But the title for a movie we're not going to go see.
Exactly. Titan season 4 picks.
Yeah, we got some picks.
We got some picks. I got them titled number 1 to 3.
Yeah. We got Raven and Blackfire right there.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she got older. Blackfire and I'm assuming a henchman of some sort. I'm assuming.
Doesn't that look like old girl? That looks like Wonder Girl. Am I wrong?
It might be. I think you might be right.
Might be as her second incarnation. When she came back alive.
Yeah, because Wonder Girl has some weird shit.
Oh yeah. She's got more than one backstory, and then it's another. Yeah. That's a photo production set of
Blackfire, Starfire's in the background right there.
Mm-hmm.
Raven and Superboy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah.
Oh yes, sir. And I can't wait for them to come back because they gotta explain some stuff to me. Because Deathstroke shouldn't be dead.
Yeah, very true.
He should not be dead. And Wonder Girl, that was a cheap way out.
Yeah, that was stupid.
How the heck you gonna go? How are you gonna go blow for blow with Superboy, and then you get electrocuted to death? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that was stupid.
No sense. There wasn't any rain or anything out there like that, and it's like she still dies. It makes no sense. You gotta explain that to me, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and knock out a few more of these. I'm gonna get y'all a break. Elizabeth Olsen says WandaVision is definitely not getting to season 2, bruh. Like, I really need to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess it was just set up to start off that part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah. Definitely seems like a 1 season thing. Still
disappointing though.
Yeah.
That show was good.
Yeah, very true, very true.
It was really, really good. Then we're gonna move on. There was a trailer that came out for Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe series on Netflix. Have you seen that trailer?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
If you guys haven't seen that trailer, my good friend Dante Baker from my Rant EM group put that up on the Geek Gauntlet podcast page on Facebook. If you guys haven't seen that yet, so definitely check it out. Looks good. This is more of the original that I was expecting than She-Ra was. I thought She-Ra was sort of kind of bad, but this is more in line of the original He-Man and Masters of the Universe. And I think this is going to do very, very well.
Very true, very true.
The trailer was good.
Speaking of trailers, got a Netflix release for the new Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway trailer, apparently.
Love Mobile Suit Gundam. If y'all haven't seen that, check that out, man. I love Gundam.
Yeah.
Love Gundam. And lastly, before we go to break, Fortnite. If you guys are into Fortnite, add Superman and Rick from Rick and Morty into the game. So if you guys play Fortnite, there you go. If you guys play it, so definitely check that out. If you guys are Fortnite players, I'm not, but my younger son and my older son are, so maybe they'll check it out. So we'll see. Yeah, the Thundercats reboot. Yeah. Yeah. Even though Thundercats reboot wasn't bad, it wasn't necessarily the best thing, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The one back in 2006.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's
that
6.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think it was 6. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Personally, he's not Lionel unless he says Thunder like 3 times.
Right.
Saying Thundercats, you know?
Right. All right, guys, we are up against the break. This is the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Hang out with us, and we'll be right back.
I'm the same dude y'all read about, the same tool y'all need it now. We came through, not leaving now, and these lame dudes, we beat them out. No stopping this, in my way might pop your lip. Ain't saying this awesomeness, but y'all looking like the opposite. We setting the bar, y'all know who we are.
We're making history, leaving a legacy, nothing is stopping me. They don't believe what we say, we're making history.
All right, everybody, welcome back from break. That first commercial that you saw was for our flagship show, the Paradigm Shift Wrestling Podcast, right here on Pinfall Streams. Join myself, TDC, that's my man Tommy, and Josh, who will break down the paradigm of professional wrestling, WWE, ROH, AEW, anything professional wrestling, we cover it. So definitely join us on Paradigm Shift every Wednesday, 10:05. Note that time, 10:05, wrestling fans, honoring TBS time, 10:05 every Wednesday. Right here on Pinfall Streams. Same commercial you saw before. Really good podcast. Josh and Kay runs that over there. Those guys break down any particular era of TV, music, movies. A very enjoyable podcast. So check those guys out. Every other Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Pinfall Streams. A really good podcast. You'll be glad you checked it out. All right, let me bring in my good friend and my co-host Shaw once again. Shaw, let's pick up where we left off.
Yes, sir. All right. We finally got a teaser trailer for The Witcher Season 2. Looks pretty good so far. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Can't wait.
That's like I have an older sister by the name of Olivia, and that's like the only game she's finished in her life.
Nice.
She's like, bro, really? Really? Let me see here. He wants to say a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does look good. It looks really good. It reminds me of
Mhm.
the. It reminds me of the original. Reminds me of the original He-Man. That's how good it's been. Um, yeah, it's gonna redeem the series because in my opinion, I think She-Ra hurt it. But I think in this one, it's gonna redeem the series back to prominence because I don't care who you are, man, woman, child, grandma, grandpa, everybody know who He-Man is.
Yep, true.
Everybody. All right, let's continue on, my friend. Go ahead.
We also got a teaser trailer for the DC League of Super Pets. Apparently,
I'm liking that though. Dwayne Johnson's got a role.
Apparently, Kevin Hart is going to be voicing Ace. Apparently,
Oh man.
we shall see about that.
It should be good though. It should be good though if you go by the cast.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Kevin Hart playing Ace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, we'll see. You know, I've been wrong before. Let's see. Also, reportedly, the Blue Beetle move. Sorry. Reportedly, the Blueberry. The Bluebirds.
I am not feeling Blue Beetle. I just don't think that either one, Ted Cord or Jaime Reyes, I just don't think. I feel about them like I feel about Painkiller. I just don't think that they're strong enough characters to hold a movie or strong enough characters to hold a series. Maybe a supporting role, I got you, but I don't know about a whole. I don't know about a movie, man. That might be asking a little too much.
I gotta disagree because I mean, specifically Jaime. I mean, you know how like most of Young Justice season 2 was.
Don't you start with me punishing. Yeah, everybody know who He-Man is. Everybody, but I just never cared for Blue Beetle. And the one thing that I held against Blue Beetle for a minute was the fact when we lost Young Justice for that time frame, he was in an inadvertent way. He was the cause for that.
What?
Yeah, when a cartoon gets canceled like that, it's the toys don't sell, and you put a toy that's not selling around a character no one cares about.
No. The toys weren't selling because the show they wanted a younger audience, but it drew in a older audience. That's why.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm wrong, but I still don't think Blue Beetle's an interesting character. I just don't.
I gotta tell you, man, Blue Beetle's awesome, especially Jaime Reyes. I mean, that first run with him with the reach and all that, like,
he's aight.
I mean, you gotta understand. You saw his storyline with the reach in Young Justice.
I saw it. I was there for. I was there.
The comics has a lot more.
I was there for all of it, but I just thought Static was going to be the guy who took things over. I really thought he was going to be the guy who took things over. As far as that group goes, I mean, the little down store Apache Chief was okay, but I just thought Static was the best of that group.
All I'm saying, bro. Anyway,
we'll see. All
right. So apparently, Rob Zombie's The Monsters is getting it confirmed. That is actually going to be happening. I mean, okay, it's one of those old shows that
we'll go old.
Yeah, like black and white and stuff.
Yeah.
But since it's Blood Zombie, you know how, because that was a comedy back in the day. So
right.
If it's directed by Rob Zombie, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
Also, there's an upcoming Scooby-Doo spinoff revolving around Velma. Well, should be voiced by Mindy Kaling and will be East Asian, apparently.
That pisses me off. Why are you changing a classic character?
Yeah.
That makes... Look, I can see if Velma was like a runoff character. Someone who had very little meaning. Velma's been around for years.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you changing this character? I don't get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone.
Most definitely, most definitely.
All right, all right. Let me see. 10:52. We got a shot to get in some of these topics very, very quickly. All right, guys. That ends the news. We're gonna go into. We might not be able to get all three done, but we're gonna try at least shoot for two. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to get done with our topics of the night. Oh, all right. What's the first topic we're going over, my friend?
All right, this is a pretty big one. The reason why Marvel is being DC and Power Rangers kind of has something to do with it a little bit, kind of, is that when Marvel started with their MCU movies, they didn't have much working with them. The characters that they had to use weren't that popular at the time. They had to do the best they could with what they had.
Right.
That meant that they put everything they could into it. You know, directing, music, art, all that. DC, on the other hand, had everything they needed. They had access to all their characters.
This is true.
They literally had two of the world's most popular superheroes.
This is true.
I mean, I don't just mean two or three. I mean, slot number one, slot number two.
Right.
They even did a movie that was bound to be legendary, having Batman and Superman in the same movie for the first time.
Right.
But not only was it the vision of Zack Snyder that ruined it, they just didn't put the effort needed into it, you know. Not into writing, not into, I mean, there are some aspects of those movies that are good, I'll give them that.
Right.
But the writing, the directing, like, because they had everything they needed, they slacked.
I agree.
Well, Marvel did not.
Because they thought, well, we got Superman, we got Batman. People gonna come out regardless because of them. We can just put out minimum effort, and that's not true.
Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true.
That's not true. I'll bring in the second one. Marvel versus Homelander and Omni-Man. Who wins? And
we got a picture real quick to show.
Yes.
Now, just the first wave right there. I mean, you got the Fantastic Four, you got Venom, you got, I mean, Wolverine, the Hulk, you got Rogue sitting right there. I mean, do they have invulnerability?
But they're highly doable. Now, I don't think Homelander is as powerful as Omni-Man, but
yeah, they're not. I mean, it's going to take half of that number of people.
I think Marvel stomps in this. I think Marvel stomps because if you look toward the very, very back there, there's a guy by the name of Galactus. Yeah. And if you go over and if you sort through the crowd, you're gonna see Silver Surfer somewhere up in there.
Yeah,
Silver Surfer is insanely powerful. You see the Hulk right there. You see Juggernaut right there. You see Rogue
somewhere.
Yeah, you see Rogue who can absorb their powers. She-Hulk's there. You see people who can either match or go beyond their powers. Yeah. And I just think they lose. They lose big time. They're both screwed. Exactly, Chris. They're both screwed. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, they're both done. Be interesting to see how long they last, though.
True.
But, I just think they both go down. Very quickly, let me go back here. Bam. You have a theory about Hawkeye.
Yeah. So we have a picture of the show real quick with Hawkeye in it.
Hold on one sec. Here you go.
Yeah. So when Hawkeye went to Vilmir, they said that he's the son of Edith, and there's a woman by the name of Edith that Howard Stark was with, and those glasses that he gave to Peter was named Edith. So what if Howard Stark is Hawkeye's father?
Wow, that'd be interesting. Wow. That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a little evidence there with the whole, Edith here, Edith there. So,
Yep, we do.
and we know Marvel doesn't just say stuff. They know
They-
what they're doing.
They don't say stuff without meaning.
Exactly.
It always have meaning. That's
Exactly.
the thing. All right, guys. Before we get out here, real quick, we got a few minutes left. I want to show a few more pictures of stuff we may have missed tonight. We got Indiana Jones right here.
Yeah. The Indiana Jones movie. He's back in the suit and the outfit.
The man about 98 years old, but props to Harrison Ford for doing it. Then we got Deadpool right here.
Yeah, teasing the Deadpool. So he's probably working on the movie already, probably.
Oh yeah.
Probably what that means.
Oh yeah. And last but not least, we have a second studio photo from Shazam.
Right, the suits with the cape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So excited to see that movie. All right, guys. Very quickly, I want to say thank you for everybody coming out tonight. Everybody over at GNN, thank you for being here. Everyone at Pinfall Streams, thank you for being here. Everybody on YouTube and social media land, thank you for being here. We do appreciate that. And one more thing I wanted to show, if I can find it. And bam, yes. Shout out to our friends at Whipped Apparel and Metallic Dice Games. Thank you for everything that you do for GNN as well as this show. Appreciate that. And if there is nothing else, we want to say thank you to Shaw for being here tonight. And we will see you guys again next week right here on the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Everyone have a good, safe week and take care.